morning guys, welcome to another episode of my Russia holiday. Let's go see what we have for breakfast. So the first thing we got is scrambled eggs, the simplest way to start your day. The next thing we have is some bacon and sausages. They look very nice, they been cooked together in the same pan. We also got something else. We got some instant noodles. This is special, you can only find this type in Russia. It comes in this box and it's not like the ordinary cup you find it in. So we just finished our breakfast. Now we're gonna walk back to the metro station so we can continue on our day. Let's go. So this is the middle of Prospect Mira, the station. So we're gonna go head on to another line. Let's go. Alright, so we are here. This is VDNKh. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but there's no vowels, but it's like VDNK or something. But anyways, we're here. So in VDNKh, they basically show off all their nation's achievements. So the first thing we're going to look at is this. It's the monument for the conqueror of space. As you know, the Russians were the first ones in space. They sent the first human in space. However, the Americans actually beat them to the moon. But it's still cool, look. It's extremely big. This goes all the way up to there. There's a rocket up there. Another thing back there is the TV station. As you can see, it goes extremely high up into the clouds. You can't even see the top. Once you sit at the bottom and just look up, you'll start to notice how high up it really goes. All the way up to the sky. And it's kind of a beautiful thing because it's the first person to go to space, and that's quite an achievement. So you can see this monument of the conqueror of space stretches all the way up there into the rocket. However, at the bottom, at the base, you can see a lot of people, and obviously the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin. On the other side of the statue, you can see some more statues at the bottom of the base. This time with some more people showing the Sputnik satellite, and then at the end there you can see Lenin pointing up to the stars. Ah, what a beautiful little garden. So if you look to our right, we can see the Museum Cosmonaut, which is where we're gonna go. It's under the statue and it's got some interesting things to show us. Let's go! So this is the lobby of the Museum of Cosmonautics. As you can see, in the front here they got all sorts of statues and pictures. Alright, so let's go see the Museum of Cosmonautics in the country that sent the first man to space. As you can see, this the museum is extremely big. So let's look at the first items. This is the Electron 1 and Electron 2 artificial Earth satellites. And basically, they were launched to test the external and internal zones of the Earth's radiation belt. It's a 1 to 13 ratio scale. This is the automated Luna 1 station, and basically it was used to map out all parts of the moon. You can see here's a moon globe, which can show you parts of the moon. They show you like each individual crater and all the holes and stuff. And yeah, the Russians, they were the ones who mapped out the moon. So this is the first Earth satellite. This is Sputnik, the one you've all known, the very first in space. This is the second Earth Sputnik, and basically it's the second generation of the first satellite. It had a cabin that was made to accommodate a dog named Leica, a dog that they just found on the street and just stuck into a satellite and just sent to space. And it was used to monitor the radiation belt of Earth. This little shuttle actually housed two dogs, Strelka and Belka, and they just put them inside there and sent them to space. This is the Vostok carrier rocket, and it's the rocket that brought the first human into space, Yuri Gagarin. So this is the inside of the Vostok capsule. So basically Yuri Gagarin came down to Earth in this thing.
Oh, this is command capsule. He sit there, went to space and came back. So all the control panel, everything is still there.
And this is the centerpiece of the museum. Yuri Gagarin doing a very special pose with a statue of the Earth behind him and Sputnik next to him. So this is the big thing. I want you to just guess what it is. It's a camera. Basically, they just launched it to space to take photos of the Earth, the Moon, and everything. So this back room here is talking about the life of Yuri Gagarin, all the scientists who made it, all the early sort of concepts for the spaceships. It's very nice. So this is one of the first liquid-fueled rocket engines propelled by high boiling fuels, and it is huge. So this here is a list of all the astronauts from Russia that went to space. And if you look down there, you can see that all the rocket ships and satellites, the International Space Station. It's very nice. If you look down there, you can see a replica of the Boran shuttle. And basically, it's a reusable kind that can be flown up and down using a propelled one. The Americans use kinds that just can be abandoned and thrown into space, but the Russians can. This type, the thing attached to the side, can be brought up by this rocket and can be flown down. And basically they use it to send supplies to the International Space Station. So this is Salyut 6, the second generation of the space station. It's actually quite big, but not as big as the one you will see today. This here is a flying laboratory. Basically, it goes up extremely high in the sky and then it goes right down. And once you're up here, you hit zero. There's just no gravity, so you just start to float around and you're basically weightless. And the people use it to train the astronauts that go into space. So in case if something broke down or whatever in space, this is the toolkit they had. It's not a lot, just a saw, weird hammer, and a few pliers. And it's not very clean or what like you see in the movies where it's all super modern things. It really is just like this, held together by very weak metal and other things. Just like this spacesuit here. As you can see, it's not exactly very clean, but let's be honest here, there wasn't much materials or sort of rule regulations for these sort of things last time, so it was quite messily made, not like the ones you see in the movies. So this box here shows all the plants or sort of plant research they were doing in space, but there's no gravity, so there's not really much limitations. So this thing inside here is the first element of the Mir orbital complex. Basically it's a model that you can go inside and check out. So inside you can see what it's like to live in here. You can see the toilets, the windows, the beds, the food they had, all the buttons and things. They even showed the plants and research, and even the thing that they used to control the thing. So here they got a diagram of an astronaut fixing girders together in space. So you can see they were held on to these little thin pieces of rope to tie whatever to the girders. It's not exactly very safe, but that's what they had to do last time. So this here is a display of all their food models of their food and what sort of things they put in space, like dental floss, forks, spoons, utensils. And these display boxes show the jumpsuits that they wore in space. This section here is the Moon and Solar System Planets Exploration. So if you look down here, you can see all the rovers and things that they used to explore the Moon. So here are 3 meteorites. So you know the statue that we are standing under, right? So apparently it was taking inspiration from this poster right here. So this is a space probe. Basically, they will all serve in tubes. Just squeeze into a tube and you squeeze into your mouth. So you can see there are all sorts of things like borscht, meat curry, banana, mashed potato in a literal can of food. Here's some up here. As you see, they're all just in these cans. Some of them are smaller. Desserts and all.
1, 3. Okay.
So it's the can we chose, the Triumph Space Cake in a Tube. Basically it's a food, you can keep it as souvenirs, but you can also open it and squeeze it in your mouth.
Let me take a picture of it.
Alright, so we're done with the museum. Now let's head down to there. So So this is the entrance to the park. As you can see, there's this huge archway with like some statues at the top, people holding some grains. And yeah, it's very beautiful. Let's go inside. But before that, I just want to tell you, it's actually a place where they actually show off all your achievements and stuff. It's kind of like a museum in a way. You see, this entrance is an example of how grand and big everything in Russia is. Everything here is just art. I'm here now. And we're through the entrance. And oh wow, it's so beautiful. So big. So yes, in the middle of this park is this building, and yeah, if you look here, you can see a statue of Lenin, the guy who started this whole communist thing. And then if you look up, see the star, some people with their arms out praising the sky or something. Then you look all the way up, you can see a golden spire leading up to a star. So basically this park is really just centered around all the achievements of the Soviet Union, not Russia, the Soviet Union. So now we're just going to walk down the lane, and here's the side of the building. The sun's out, and so the metal in the building shines extremely brightly. It's beautiful. Welcome to the Fountain of Friendship. It is a beautiful fountain surrounded by golden statues, big water fountain spouts and everything. Also, if you look around, you can notice these pavilions, and basically each one represents a former Soviet Union country. Some is like Armenia, Belarus, Ukraine, all the works.
First time we were here, we look at the monument, right?
Yes.
We crossed the road, we went in here.
Yes.
What we're supposed to do is we're supposed to walk, follow this path. However, we got as far as
Here.
Aww.
We just only finished with the Fountain of Friendship, and look at how much we have left to see.
Maybe I need to go and see. Each one of these is a pavilion.
Not even half yet.
Okay.
And if you look down there, you can see extremely big fountain lead up to an even bigger fountain, which leads up to extremely big building down there. Let's go take a look. So remember from my Greece series, right? In the Oracle of Delphi, there were many pavilions where countries actually built to store their treasures and items to give to the Oracle. It's kind of this like similar in a way, as you can tell, like the pavilions, and then just building this one. It's kind of like an embassy in a way, but not really. Look at this fountain, beautiful. If you look at the bottom base, you can see some like jewels or something. Then if you look at the middle, you can notice like a emerald and gold finishing. And then if you look at the top, you can see the water spouts. So here's an ice cream stand. They have many of these little stands scattered across the park because it's a really big area, and you don't want to get thirsty or hungry along the way. Alright, so we just got some ice cream. Baskin Robbins type. So yours is a vanilla. It's very nice. And Mom, what do you have?
Chocolate.
I see. Well, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Is it good?
Damn good.
Alright. Extremely good ice cream. It's so creamy. But if you look down here, here's the main building. That's straight at the end of the fountain. Look here, you can see some people holding some wreaths, some very beautiful decoration along the building, some stars, some design on the windows. And then you can also see up there, like sort of a crown in a way. Up there you can even see a golden star. So apparently this big building is the Exhibition and Trade Center, which is the reason why it's just right in the middle. So we're just walking down the road, very beautiful, like the pillars along the way. You go all the way down and you can see the rocket. A very beautiful rocket, a real rocket at that. There's a building behind it. I'm gonna go check it out. We finally gotten all the way down here. So if you look, you can see this plane. It's very beautiful. It's the one that we saw just now in the Cosmonautics Museum. And here's down here is the rocket. A very beautiful rocket. So next to this children's playground is the Boran, the real one. You know, the one that brought all those astronauts to space. Yeah, the real one, the Boran. It's just sitting right here. Children's playground. Well, here it is, in full form. This seems attached to a rocket, and it came back down to Earth in one piece, thankfully. Wow, this is the Moskvarium, the Moscow Aquarium. And by the looks of the posters and the absolute entrance design, I think the main animal here is the orca. Definitely. Although there's some dolphins in the middle there, playing with a ball. It's lunchtime and we are here at the VDNKh. It's really hard to read, but that thing in the front is a DEAVFIN, VDNKh. So we're here to have lunch. So inside this Delphin Canteen Cafe, they actually have, you know, a canteen. You take a tray, you take whatever, and then you eat whatever. You obviously have to pay, and you can sit down anywhere. It's a very comfortable place with air conditioning. I enjoy it. So the first thing that we got is some spaghetti with some pork. It's very nice. It's a cream because it's like got some vegetables and onions everywhere. And yeah. So this is the next thing that we got. This is a mashed potato and some chicken. It's very good. Next thing we got is some salad. As you can see, the mixed vegetables with some mayonnaise. So over here we got some unspecified soup, but I think it's some sort of vegetable soup.
Chicken and mushroom.
So this is some chicken and mushroom. As you can see, you got some very nice sauce with the mushroom and chicken in the middle. And that's all the food that we've ordered. So we have cake. Heck yes. So this is actually carrot cake with some frosting cream at the top with some nuts too.